I need to talk to you. I need some money.
What do you need?
Well, I need a lot. I need more than usual.
Well, why don't you take it out of your account? There's a lot there.
Well, I would, you know. Sam, it's just that... Well, I need more than that. I need 25,000.
25,000? For yourself?
Yeah.
Why do you need that much?
What's the difference? I just need it.
Well, I mean, I gotta ask you. That's a lot of money. You're not asking for a box of popcorn, you know.
I'm aware of that. We don't have to turn this into a big deal, okay? We don't have to have a fight. It was important to me. Forget it. It's just something I wanted to do for myself.
Who's fighting? I mean, tell me what it's for. Why can't you tell me what it's for? Huh? Well, you know what? Now I want you to tell me. I mean, my wife comes to me and asks me for 25,000. I mean, what do you want? Do you want a code?
No.
Well, if you want a code, you got it. You know that. It's not the money. It's just, why do you want it? That's all I'm asking. Am I not entitled to ask that?
Sam, I've been independent my whole life. I never had to ask anybody for anything. Now you're making me beg you for this.
What are you talking about?
And you're embarrassing me. Why do you want to make me feel so bad?
You're asking me for 25,000. I'm not out to make you feel bad. I want to just be able to trust you. You know, it's about trust. Can I trust you? Can I trust you? Answer me. Can I trust you?
You can trust me.
Good. So then you can tell me what the money is for.
Anti-Afro Spengalis. I thought this clip from Casino was apropos based on the topic I'm going to be addressing with you. If you look on the screen here, you see 3 pictures. Lenon Honor, a money bag, and you see Propane Oaklane. And the reason why I am addressing this issue is Propane had requested financial support from people in his chat. And actually, this goes back a couple of months, but I don't know how specific he got back then. But I do recall he did put that out there that he needed some sort of support. But recently, it became more specific. And whether people decide to donate, that's always their choice. Personally, I have never seen the big deal that has been made about people providing funds to other people. We're here on YouTube where YouTube is making a killing as far as the money that they're making. But for some odd reason, people want to run around and shame people for $30. That was freely given when the people were on speaking terms. But now it's used as some sort of ammunition. I gave you $30 for your StreamYard last year or a year and a half ago or whenever it was. But there are a lot of people who don't act like that. They have provided support to others. Even if they're not on speaking terms, they're not coming out and telling the world that they supported someone or rallied behind the scenes to get someone some support. It's used as a weapon. A word to the wise. That's the state of affairs in the Umar Johnson sector surrounding streets and blocks. So Propane made it known about the financial support, but it became an issue when Stargate not only requested the reason for the money, but made statements that referenced Lenon Honor. So based on what I heard you say, Propane, you took serious offense to the fact that Stargate, in your mind, compared you to Lenon Honor. So not only did Stargate receive a diss song, you called her a bitch. You really think that's equitable? We're talking about now 2 people having an issue, disagreeing in the moment, versus someone bringing a lie to somebody and trying to get people to go at each other, then wanting other people to respond to it. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about a conversation that was flowing and feelings are developed, reactions go down, and this quote, this song comes out. But let me tell you the issue that I have. It really does appear to me, and I have addressed this before or talked about it before. It seems, Propane, that you're very comfortable and you have an expectation to be able to pretty much say what you want to whoever you want. But when someone comes back with feedback, it becomes a big issue. And I'm just having trouble with that because I was on the receiving end of that. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you the reason why I didn't respond when you made that one of those diss songs about me. I specifically made a choice not to respond to that song is because there was an expectation I respond and quickly. And when I know that's an expectation, I will not acquiesce to that. Although the information that was given to you, you didn't come to me and check it out and say whether or not I actually said what I was accused of saying. It just really appeared that you were anxious to appease the sea of demons. And that, I think, continued on with your other issue that you had with Gerald, the sea of demons. There are several people right now demanding that I make videos. I don't even rock with these people, and they're demanding that I make videos because they have an issue with someone, and a person has said something about me or someone that I rock with. No, that's not the way I operate. If I want to do a video on a subject, I'll do a video on a subject. I'm not going to be forced, pressured, harassed into doing it. If somebody wants to do a video on someone, do a video on someone. You don't need me. What do you need me for? If I have an issue I want to address with a person, I'll address it. I don't participate in the process by which diseased bones are carried and lies are fermented for the purposes of trying to get people to go back and forth when a scenario didn't happen in any way a person claimed that it did. That is not what I'm going to be dealing with. Here and now, I'm addressing this because it is in some way related to me. And let's say that it wasn't. This is a public forum. We have free speech and we can address any issue we so choose. I was not friends with Stargate. We were not friends prior to this. It wasn't like I stabbed her in the back and jumped up one day and started talking about her. We were going back and forth. So here's the difference with you, Propane. You said that you like Stargate. How do you like Stargate when you call her a bitch? And then you said you wanted people to stop talking about her because they were going at her in the chat. If you were concerned about that, you never would have made the song. I just think you making that song really highlights a point that's troubling to me, and I'm giving my opinion. Remember, you get to give your opinion. You get to give your opinion about whatever you want. You like took it and ran when King Kong Crazy came to you lying. He talked so much shit about you, Propane, but you never had a song for him. You never did a diss song. You treated him with respect while you put a diss song out on me and Stargate and calling her a bitch. Tell me, where's the equity in that? You just up and believed him. He's a bald-faced liar. I am not saying that you should have went off on King Kong Crazy. I'm just comparing how you handled the situations. And he ran the live stream on you, making all these statements. So you went over to his channel and you got on his panel, and it was a respectable conversation, which it should have been. But for me, you're dropping the F word on me like I'm a dude. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to drop the F word, wouldn't people expect it would be a conversation you have with another man? I mean, I don't think that your response to me was commensurate. And it kind of put in my head, this is kind of a sign. And I just put it in the back of my head about what else down the line am I going to see from you? Because that was pretty damn disrespectful, Propane, and it wasn't even justified. King Kong Crazy ran 2 live streams on you when he accused you of, the picture situation. He may have very well told me behind the scenes, but that was a public forum that he held on his channel. But again, it was your approach. You seem very much willing to come at me with the F word. Come on, Propane. And then when some other creep who says he wants to throw children out windows, the person said that. You went ahead and believed what he said and made a diss song. It is what you needed to appease the sea of demons who continue to pressure you into making any kind of negative statement that you could about me. Same thing. I want to rehash the situation. I think it was all the more easy for you to be disrespectful to Gerald when he came to your channel and was respectful to you. You came back. You were extremely disrespectful to him. What justifies that? Gerald has never uttered a negative thing about you at that time before you two were going back and forth while you had King Kong Crazy talking all kinds of shit about you. But he's the one that you give respect to. So that's why I have an issue. And now Stargate is being called a bitch because you simply don't agree. Okay, it could be a difference or a similarity or a combination of both of how people are brought up and how they're used to moving around in the community or even among strangers. But where I come from, we don't attack people who haven't done anything to us. To me, it is extremely bizarre to see people trying to find a way to attack someone who didn't do anything. So that's the sentiment that I get. That's like King Kong crazy style. He attacked the people who supported him. But in your situation, I didn't do anything to you. Gerald didn't do anything to you. But you sure found a way to come at us as if we did. And so now Stargate gets to be called a bitch because she asked you a question. And you're getting upset because people are, quote, comparing you to Lenon. And by the way, Stargate was not the only one. You are making these statements in a public forum, but you're expecting people not to be natural in their curiosity and ask questions. I'm not even going to get into issues about the reasons. Frankly, I don't care. But I just find it odd that you have this attack mode disposition that you're so ready to launch on two women. Me, you launched it on Stargate, but you don't have that smoke for the men. You don't have the smoke for the dude who actually did say something about you and talk shit about you. That's King Kong crazy. But again, I'm not saying go and scream and holler and attack him. But the very least, you could have extended equal courtesy to me, to Rev G, to Stargate. But you're up here saying that you like Stargate. How do you call a woman a bitch that you like? Again, this could be similar, divergent, or a combination of both when it comes to rearing and upbringing. Where I come from, men don't call women bitches who haven't done anything to them. Now, everybody can lose a temper, but at least make it about someone who did something to you. But in this circumstance, nothing was done. Somebody simply has an opinion. So if we're going to be equal about this, even relatively equal, then you would not ever be upset if somebody drove hard on you because they didn't like what you said, simply because they didn't like it. Well, we've seen that happen, somebody not liking what you said, and you have this high degree of reactivity. Stargate was not the only one who had questions, and it is not a mortal sin to think about Lenon honor, given the fact that you had a lot of smoke for him. I mean, it was your decision. Nobody says you have to rock with Lenon, but you were very demonstrative when you came for him. You supported him one day, and then the next day you had all this smoke for him, which was pretty shocking to a lot of people, and you got a lot of subs from that. That's the facts, Propane. It happened just this way. If somebody is verbally abusive, they're telling lies about me, they're threatening to rape and murder me, they're trying to get at me in a chat, they want me to sit there and read their verbal abuse, guess what I do? I don't even go down that road. I block the person. They are blocked. When they go up on a panel and they want to talk shit about me, I turn down the volume. I mean, I don't know what it's like for you all out there, but I don't get up in the morning and I am going throughout my day with an onslaught of people calling me bitches and sluts and whores, threatening to rape and murder me, and all this other crap that you all seem to think I must subject myself to. I don't have to subject myself to any of that. So if and when it comes my way, I'm going to repel it. I'm going to turn in the other direction. I'm not going to deal with it. And it just seems to get these demons even more frustrated. And Propane, they were putting a lot of pressure on you to take a side. And you were the one that decided you were going to cave to the demon pressure by being disrespectful to me and disrespectful to Gerald. I'm responding to other issues that I knew I was going to be speaking on. I get to do that. Nobody can constrict what I'm going to say and when I'm going to say it. And I think it's appalling this expectation floats about, but none of the people who so badly want this expectation placed on me are willing to do it themselves. If you're willing to do something that you're demanding that I do, I will wait and see if you do that. Other than that, don't bother. You're wasting your time expecting me to listen to enemies and demons. I just ask you to ponder what the future lies when you get money from a sea of demons. Gerald came up front, was open, said what the money was for. He used it for legal reasons, and he's still being harassed. All these lies being made up about him getting $10,000 rather than $2,000, and he gave regular updates. He got harassed into oblivion. Lenon said what the money was for: relocation and child's medical expenses. Whether somebody decides to go ahead and donate that money and they don't request a reason, that's fine. If someone does request a reason as to how their donation will be used, they shouldn't be ridiculed for that. And to be upset and offended, I mean, come on. I don't think that's reasonable, especially since that whole topic or subject along these lines was used as part of your warning, as you have stated in other live streams, as you did tonight. Basically, if you mess with me, I'm going to get at you. I'm going to do a song on you. I'm going to make sure I handle it. And I'm talking about verbally. I'm not talking about fighting physically. Okay, so having said that, that means if someone feels you're disrespecting them, you're not going to have a problem with them coming back and saying exactly how they feel. And I'm going to make that specific to myself, because I do have a problem if you are preparing in your head or you intend to traipse over my self-respect and dignity. I'm going to have a problem with that, and I'm going to respond. I don't consider it fun and games anymore, because the people that you're catering to are extremely evil. They're demonic and they're abusive. So if you're going to be making diss tracks on me or coming at me because you're appeasing to a sea of demons, okay, I'll address that. But again, it will be on my terms and on my timeline. Not that you'd ever ask for my advice, but I'm going to go ahead and offer it to you. If it bothers you so much that people are going to respond to you, you might want to consider scaling back your insults. Because tonight, it just wasn't justified for you to call Stargate a bitch. It was not justified when you dropped the F word on me. Not at all. That was something I decided not to address, and I told you for the reasons. But I don't want you to think that I'm going to just ignore you if you disrespect me. Just like you're saying, if you feel disrespected, you're not going to ignore it. Well, neither will I. So, people, I always have so much more I want to say. But in the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.